What time does the day start?
Most staff normally here by kind of 7 a.m.
5 o'clock alarm, leave by 5:30, get in for 6 o'clock.
I'll leave home around 5:45, 6 o'clock, get in here and do a little bit of a workout before going to the, just to justify all the coffees and biscuits I eat.
Which day of the week is the day off?
Wednesday-ish, depending on what my kids are doing.
What, the week revolves around what your kids are doing rather than what the team are doing? Or...
You haven't met my wife, have you?
Don't get a day off in the week. Person, as a coach, no chance.
How do you keep fit?
I go to Bikram yoga.
Oh, you don't?
I do.
I'll do a few beach weights and I'll go walking on Sunday morning.
How far do you walk on Sunday mornings?
Probably about 10 miles with a good pub lunch, a couple of pints of cider afterwards. Yeah.
On your own?
Oh no, I'll take my wife with me. It was very good and normally walks me to death. She's a very fast walker. It's not just a gentle stroll. This is full-on route marching. It's very good.
Are you a dictator, an enlightened dictator, or a teddy bear?
I'd like to think I'm an enlightened dictator, but you'll have to ask the players.
Definitely not a teddy bear, then.
No.
When was the last time you swore?
Well, probably sometime today, but I can't remember exactly when.
Oh, about 2 minutes ago, probably.
Oh, I'm Irish.
Sunday morning in church.
Do you enjoy being the boss?
Love it.
When don't you enjoy being the boss?
When we lose, and when I have to sit with guys and tell them I don't want them anymore.
Is winning everything?
No.
It's not everything, but it's most things.
I think performing to the best of your ability is all you can control.
Is honesty always the best policy?
Yes, of course it is.
I've kind of learned in the long run, I think it is.
Most of the time, depending on... honesty is probably best up because it only comes and bites you back on the arse if you don't tell the truth.
What's the smallest decision you make each week?
Smallest decision.
What's the smallest decision I make?
Oh, God.
Smallest decision. Phil Vickery brings me in a very large bar of dairy milk every Monday. My decision as to whether, because he does it deliberately to tempt me, do I eat it or do I not eat it? An hour later, it's not normally there.
What job do you always delegate?
Not many. Should delegate more.
I do skip your press conference if I can.
Is there a word or words you'd never use in a dressing room?
I try to stay away from negative words.
I think maybe personal criticism any time after a game, especially in front of the players, is probably the one area that you've really got to make sure you bite your tongue on.
Criticising people in front of other people, I think that's for me that's quite important because you're responsible to the guy that sat next to you in the changing room. But no, in the changing room, it's a man's world, and most of the time the gloves are off.
How far into a Saturday night would you dwell on a poor performance?
Well, it's going to be till 3 in the morning. Well, I have to watch the video and I can't go to sleep until I know what's happened and what I'm going to do about it.
Does the job keep you awake at night sometimes?
Yes, always.
Of course it keeps you awake at night, you know, that's for me, that's probably the worst part of it.
The big one to me is always the night before selection. I think that's the night where you toss it and turn in more than any other night.
If you've had a bad loss, you can be absolutely seething, and you literally all night long you're tossing and turning, and the guts are churning. I wake up in the morning and my guts are churning, and it's ridiculous. You don't want it to happen, but you can't help it. It's just that adrenaline that's flowing through, and sickness right the way through. So, but I suppose if that didn't happen, then you'd know that you weren't caring as much as you should do.
What do you do to forget about rugby generally, Richard?
I don't. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. That's me.
Is there ever a day that goes by where you're not thinking about rugby?
I'm going to say yes. My wife is going to say absolutely no.
What's the longest you've been away from your mobile phone?
Oh, not long. Not long, you know. The brain, my family calls it. Where's the brain?
What would be the best line of advice to someone starting out in this job?
Be yourself and think of what the players want.
Don't do it.
Probably that it has to be about the players. I think it has to be about the players, and I think if you get that right, in whatever team or whatever level you're coaching, you're not going to go far wrong.